So hello parents, this is in continuation to the previous video where I was talking about how learning or especially writing can be made into fun, and before the child is mature, motivated and in the correct process or method of learning, we should never force the writing. So now in this video we'll quickly see what are those activities which can motivate the child to actually engage in writing, or in other words we can call them as a pre-writing skills. What are the pre-writing skills on which we can work? So especially this grasp is very important for writing. As you can see, this is called tripod. Tri is like three. They have to have a good grip with these three fingers to start writing in a painless manner. The first and foremost reason why most children reject writing is it's painful. So they have to have a good grip. So for that, what activities can be taken up in the home or in the play schools or in a whatever environment, we will quickly see. So first point is they have to be fun, they have to be creative, and they should arouse curiosity in the child. So let's quickly see what are those activities. So some of the activities you know, most of you. One is the beading activity, but the beads have to be really large and easy and handy so that the child is doing the beading easily. And with the beading you can make like a long train or some concept of colors or the concept of numbers. And once he's kind of enjoying this, you can also give him some fishing kind of activities where he's holding the grip very tightly and doing this kind of fishing kind of activities. Once he is doing these kind of activities, next you can give some small filters and put balls in a bowl, etc., and he's scooping the balls outside. Even with a soup spoons, scooping of rice, scooping of pulses, rajma, and putting in another bowl is a very good activity for this grasp. Or you can put a water and put some balls and he has to scoop it out with a soup spoon. You can also use things like this kind of rubber bands in water and ask him to lift them up with a straw kind of thing. So if this is a bowl full of water, he has to lift these from this one and put it in another bowl. They will enjoy these simple activities, and then we can go to any coloring kind of activities. Instead of simple sketches or crayons which the child is mostly avoiding, what you can do is you can take these things like a jumbo crayons or finger crayons. They will be even more bigger than this. So it is very handy for the kids. And where they should color, they can color on some very small area like this so that it is interesting, on the ice cream sticks like thing or paper cups like thing. Very useful and very nice. It gets over very quickly and the child has an activity. He can match the cups, etc. also. Then we can take some watercolors. Very important. Everybody must have watercolors. So with watercolors you can do at least 5 different finger activities. One is finger paints. You can dip in the paint and simply make them put the dots on the whatever diagram you have put. But please see to is that the diagram is interesting. Like, do not start with A or just 1, 2. Make an ice cream and ask them to fill up the ice cream with their favorite color. Make a car. Ask them to put your favorite car. You can color your favorite car. Or make them lollipops and what lollipop you want, like that. So finger painting is one. Then you can take the earbuds, dip it in the paint and either draw along or put a dot. Both they will actually enjoy a lot. Then you can take the brush and start giving nice big stroke. Only thing is, give a brush with the, the brush has to be really wide, and with one dip of paint, lot of paint should come. Only then the child will start to enjoy. Even in the crayons, you nowadays have got very nice wax crayons which are called twisters. They are very nice. I mean, the one stroke, it colors a lot and the child will really enjoy it. So coloring should be made interesting, and with different things you can make the coloring. Then if you want to start introducing the letters or numbers, writing, etc., sand writing is very important. So you can just sprinkle some sand in a tray like this or on just a table and start making shapes. Again the same rule applies. Make interesting shapes rather than ABCD 1 2 3. Make like a sun, make a bird, make a house, make a lollipop, make a car, etc. You can also use an iron tawa with a rava, any rava or any flour for that matter, white color, so that the black and white contrast is really striking. This is very important because a very good proprioceptive sensation or feedbacks goes when the child writes like this rather than with a pencil, and it is stored as a muscle memory. So this is very very important to a child, because you see, when you are directly training with a pencil, that kind of feedback is not going into the child, whereas with a chalk, or when he puts a slate in his lap and writes with a chalk, that is how the classical way of training in India was. It is a very good feedback for the child to understand what is he writing, which direction, and keep it in the muscle memory. So next is, you have many other things like tongs. This is a very good activity again with the tongs. You can buy them, or you can buy the kitchen tongs which you use, and lot of pom-pom balls. If you don't have this, just a cotton balls or anything which is little fluffy, you can hold it with them and transfer it. You can also use crumpled paper, etc. for this thing. You can also use paper cups like this. With the tongs, you can put one in the other. So it is your ideas. There is no dearth of ideas if you really think what you can do with tongs, etc. And then you have magnet pads like this. These are also interesting for the kids. With a magnet skillet, they can just make some shapes. So they learn the grip, they learn the shapes, etc. They are easily available. And then with a clay, you can do a lot of activities which help in the finger coordination. So starting from just rolling, making snakes, cutting them, etc. You can make jalebis with them. You can make like different shapes and stick the pulses on them. So to get these kind of ideas, actually craft books will be very helpful for the parents. So these kind of art and craft books are level 1, is easily available on the net. So you'll have 20-25 ideas in which you can use craft with a very small child. So sticking pulses, sticking the matchsticks, sticking the wool to make a sheep. So very beautiful ideas, and the child is going to enjoy. Collage making, everything is there in this. So you can definitely try this. And also you can take some scribbling pads like this, most of you are aware. So wipe and clean. So you can just draw some funny shapes, ask him to put eyes or just nose or just a smiley. So see, you have completed circle, straight line, curved line, all in one, and the child is actually enjoying this whole process. Then you can make him put the hair. You can say it is a long hair, it is a twisted hair. Oh, where are the ears? Let's draw the ears. Let's draw eyeballs. So he's actually enjoying this entire process, and he's learning all the curves. Next is, you can take activities like this where straw connectors, etc., or very small Legos, etc., where he has to have a control on his hand and press one into the other to make shapes. Again, you can make train with this, house with this, star, fan, etc., so that it is very interesting. In a later age, you can also teach them geometry with this. You give 3 connectors and 3 straws, they have to make a triangle. You give 4 connectors and 4 straws, they have to make a square, like that. And then you have many of these things nowadays on the net, like a doodle book, etc., where the pages will be like jet black and they have colored sketches. When the child writes on it, it comes really in a nice fluorescent color, and the child cannot resist but write. Then we also have stamp magic or stamp art kind of things. So there will be small stamps which the child has to color first, and then only he can use it as a stamp. So he will learn both coloring and also the stamping is a creative activity. So like this, you can create your own set of pre-writing activities at home. This is one more with rubber bands. If you have any board like this, it will be very useful. You can stretch the rubber bands and put. If you don't have a board, don't worry. You can just do it to any bottle or any glass in your house. They can stretch and put. They can even remove it. You can do the same to animal miniatures. You can just put rubber bands on the animal miniatures and say to them that now save it. You have to remove and save it. Or you can even tie these kind of threads on the animals, like wind on the animals, and ask them to unwind and save the animal. So they feel it like a very fun activity, but at the same time they are learning how to wind, how to unwind also. And lot of collage activities with craft scissor can also help. These are craft scissors, they are very safe. So even if a child cuts like this, nothing will happen. So you can give some stiff chart papers to them, which are like about a width of maybe 1 inch, not max, and then they can cut with this, make different colors and stick like a collage. Or very interestingly, you can make a face with a chart and put hair, like cut like a hair, and ask them to actually trim the hair. It is like they are feeling as if they are a barber and they are cutting the hair. They will enjoy these kind of things a lot. So if you work on all these pre-writing skills, then child will be ready for writing. Once he is ready for writing, you still want help, then there are different stencils with wooden stencils nowadays, big ones. So you can just place a wooden stencil on the wall and they can just trace along those different lines. And after that, even next level to that is pattern books are there nowadays. So very interestingly, they give the patterns, like they put the numbers, so he has to join the numbers and then a diagram comes on that. Or even there is a road and there is a car and he has to trace on the lines to make the road, and then the car can go on that. So some fun incorporated into these learning skills will make learning very enjoyable. So I hope this video was useful to you. We'll come back in a next video with some interesting topics like this. If you want to see our videos early as soon as we upload, do subscribe to the channel. We'll meet soon.